Hello, everybody. This is Lira Kay from shesgotpassion.com and School of Inspired Life. And today I am so happy to present you Dr. Sofia Beloka, who I had been working with as a publisher. And today we're just going to talk about her new book because she is up to something really big. Sofia Beloka is organizing retreats for world leaders. Hello everybody who's joining. We are so happy to see you here. And she is writing a book right now which is all about how do you, through your own personal healing journey, come to become realized. Hello everybody. So we're just waiting for Sofia right now to join us. There she is, and now I can bring her on camera, and then I will be asking her very interesting questions. You guys are high performers yourself. This is for you, because to know is how to... Hello Sofia, so happy you're here.
Hello, Lira.
So this is Dr. Sofia Beloka, everybody, from Belgium. Right now she is in Brussels, right? You came back from your trip and you had like another trip in between this, right?
Yes, exactly. So I'm so grateful to be live now with you. I'm Dr. Sofia Beloka. I'm Greek, but currently I'm in Brussels.
Yes, I am so excited to present your new book. So, because you've been up to many different projects, and one of them is that I'm personally very excited about is your retreat in Greece, where world leaders can come and recharge, because I think the pain of a lot of high performers, people who really are in charge of big companies and also creating that global difference, is that they don't fill up themselves, right? They're the big givers, and where is that place where they can come and find the new energy to move their mission forward? And Sofia, she is, of course, that's exactly what she's doing. And because she's from Greece, she knows the good places. So she is organizing that most amazing retreat that, guys, you should definitely apply to if you are at that level. So, but today we're going to talk about your new book, which is,
Yes.
of course, is amazing. I can't wait to get my hands on it. It's gonna be, guys, available on Amazon, so please watch out, right? Of course, right now you can always reach out to Sofia and send her a message, get on a waiting list, like get in touch with her, so then you will know exactly when the book is coming out and everything. But right now I want to begin with questions. All right.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So first of all, why did you write this book?
Why did I write this book? Yes. So I've been always into writing. It was like my secret retreat. I was always always with journaling, and also during my PhD, I was publishing and writing articles and publishing articles, but that was for a specific group of people that understand science. And I always wanted to put science into practice and more approachable for people to be able to read it, like people who don't have relation with science but really need the practical point of view. So this book came from my own challenges, my own wishes to have my healing force and to have an impact through my health challenges. Therefore, since I was 17 years old, I was diagnosed with esophageal achalasia. And through my healing process and my awakenings, I realized how much important it is to be able to have a fitness level, not only on physical level, like we are used to on the body, but also on the mind and on the heart level. And this is how I concluded, and I invented the method of the 3 fitness performance system. And also because when I started with coaching, I realized that a lot of people with chronic stress and chronic pain, with addictions, abuse issues, were coming to me to be coached. And as we were going through the coaching and physical performance programs, I realized that the people were coming when it was at the very end of their pain, so on the physical level. Therefore, I understood through their fitness attitude. I believe that through our fitness attitude, we can really understand our life behavior in general. And because I'm quite passionate about that and quite intuitive, seeing what is behind the physical movement of a person on his mind and on his emotional level, I could realize that people were coming to me with a pain or a stress or an addiction, a trauma. But what they were really needed was a deeper healing that so far we are not used to do on a physical level as our physical condition or performing coach. Therefore, I understood that whether I had a lot of degrees and PhDs and masters and whatever, and being passionate about my profession, I understood that there had to be a deeper approach and fitness level, a healing fitness level as a foundation before a person jumps into a physical performance. Either he's an elite athlete or he's a person who wants to be in a good condition to progress and promote with his work or to be functional in his life. That's why my book came up, and I was so passionate about that I wrote it in 2 weeks. And yes, it just came like, it was everything there, everything I wanted to be in touch with people. So that was the initial stimulation about the book.
Yeah. And of course, this is guys, an example of a high performer. Obviously, that's why you're working with high performers, because people who have big ambitions, people who do actually have a very high-powered job, meaning they are responsible for many things. Obviously, they perform better, they do much more. And I think Sofia is such a great example of somebody who can do it within a balance. She is really paying attention not to just the performance and results, but also how it's done, conditions of it, and staying healthy. And you said that's health with love, wealth, and health, right? All of those components are taken care of within your work. So I love that. So who is this book for?
Yeah, so this book is for mainly for other people who want to have an overall fitness on heart, mind, and body. So this book is mainly for the people who have the job, who have the business, who have the salary that they wanted, but still as they progress in life, they see that they're not so fulfilling, or they have health issues and they have great challenges, either mind challenges or like emotional challenges. So either they have their business or their salary, they still haven't arrived in this happiness that we call like, or this. So this is for mainly for these people that really would like just to like, I call it like, if they had the possibility to just push it right aside and go to the real mission and the real life that they really gives them joy. I have a lot of people that other friends or colleagues or clients that they tell me that oh, how you do this, I would like to do that, what you do, this combination and flexibility that you have, and I don't like my job, I don't like where I live, and this will eventually, as I can explain later, will prove itself psychosomatically, well, in somatics, as an evidence of somatics. So I want to address this book, especially to this group of people, that due to this mind pattern or behavior in our life, then we turn to abuse or addictions or dependencies or other chronic pain and chronic stress, because eventually this will lead to a demonstration of this type of expression. And before it's too late, I would like to raise this awareness to people who really are ambitious and really want to use their change and their challenges to their health, wealth, finance, love, and business performance. Because once you do the change, the effect will be simultaneously to all the other levels. And of course, either you are an elite athlete or a director or a CEO or a founder or a simple person, an employee that likes his job and that also wants to combine his family and his love life. This is the book for these people.
I love it. So. Yeah, I think all of us are in danger of so-called kind of overworking. You know, like when you focus, I think that's specifically pain of high performers. They're just so obsessed, which is a good thing. That's why they achieve so much. They're obsessed with the idea of his work. And then the other stuff, they either like consciously sacrifice. They actually think that's the way to go. And of course, that's what you're going to help them with, is to really clean up those all presumptions about how life or how work should be. And also give them those really great strategies and tools to actually have the balanced life, right? Because I think most of us are not educated in that. Like most people, you can't go to school and people tell you this is how you live. This is how you attend to your relationship while you're working. This is how you take care of your body while you're working. Nobody talks about that. So I'm so happy that you are gifting your knowledge and really also specifically coming from a scientist. I think that's very interesting. It's your take on what is it that we need to know to actually have the balanced life while doing this global mission and on our that's very, very important project. So what is the solution that you propose to people who are their high performance? Actually, I've noticed that a lot of the people that you're working with Olympians, Paralympians, those are the like big athletes, celebrities, people who managing one or two companies at the same time, like they're really at the top of this lifetime. So I'm sure they're looking for solutions everywhere. What is your take on that?
Great. So can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear. And guys, everybody who is here, we are so happy you're listening.
Okay, thanks. Yes, and if there are any questions, I invite people to do any questions they would like. So my solution through this book is like, yes, the approach of fitness that we need to have on our 3 level, on the body, mind, and heart. Because I see it occurring very often in various coaching programs or fitness programs, or either on university and academics degrees, that we approach it only from one side. For example, if you're an athlete, your body is very important. If you're an employee or a director or a CEO, your mind is very important. If you are a spiritual priest or another spiritual and emotional psychologist specialist, your heart or your emotion is very important. And the way I see it in my practice, it is that we need this level of fitness, how I call it also in my book, the triad fitness system in balance. So we cannot give a priority to one point and neglect the others or put them in a secondary priority. That will not be possible. So the solution is really like to approach on this level, on either you can call it holistically. I wouldn't say holistically, because this is the reality and this is our real nature of our existence. We have a body, we have a heart, we have a mind that we cannot divide the others. And once we have this harmonization of fitness, we will see that we locate what is the root problem, what is the trigger, and once we do that conditioning performance training to that one point, we will see simultaneously effects to our chronic pain, to our stress, like on physical level, to our addictions, to our abuse, to our dependency issues. But then we will have also acute and simultaneous effects also on our wealth, like the finance, that people have a lot of interest in that, and in our love, love, stability and fulfillment, and to have really a fulfilling business success. Because what I see is lacking is either people, other therapies or other programs can treat people only as a process, as a number, or like a 30 minutes session person, and there is like not an effective solution. It might be easier to sit on a couch and cry, or to go on a fitness center and just get sweaty with your weights. But there are much more behind that can be very radical, very deep, and very fast for results for overall conditioning performance. So that is my, and this is also, if somebody reads the book, to read the book, it will be very easy. But to do the work that the book demands, that's a challenge. And these are the readers that will have the results either by just reading the book, but doing the work that the book requires. And yes, when you read the book, you will realize and the effect that they will have even by reading the book very, very essentially.
Yeah. I know that you also gonna be talking about like really, really practical things, because obviously I know your book. So when I was looking through the whole chapters and the issues that you're gonna be discussing, there's like all those things that actually people really suffer with, like sleep, insomnia, right? Stress, all like what you just mentioned, the chronic diseases that are result of unsolved traumas and issues that people are having all the time in their relationships. And I think when you come to read your book, it's more about like, oh my gosh, I understand why I have all of those symptoms that show up in my body. But guess what? There's many things I have to actually do to address that chronic illness. Because yes, and that's my next question to you. How is it different from all other solutions? And I can already see like, oh my gosh, a doctor would just prescribe you pills. But guess what? That's the pill is not going to help you to deal with the deeper stuff that is out there. So can you tell us a little bit more about the difference of your method with all the stuff that is available out there?
Yes, of course. As explained before, what we currently see is that a person is dealt mainly like a process, like a number, or like a consultation or a session of 30 or 1 hour or 30 minutes. And that cannot have real effects, because also either the person is not in accountability, or also either therapist or the coach or a specialist. Okay, so the approach is very monomerous, very one side. Imagine that you have like your glasses and you see like only from one eye. And there is an interesting exercise in the book about this vision and point of view that is very challenging for people, and it stimulates a lot our knowledge already and what we're used to do. Therefore, the difference is that we take an approach of the body, mind, and heart fitness, performance all together. And we try to turn that challenge that will occur not to a victimhood or to a disease, but to turn it like to a powerful tool. That's a great shift, a powerful tool that you can use as your power in order to shift your health quality, your wealth situation, your business career, and your love fulfillment. And this can be much, much easier when you are determined and ambitious to do the work. It can be much, much easier and possible than most people do. I mean, I have my own experience and testimonials of other clients that can prove that, and there are research-based and also practical-based evidence.
Yes, it's one of the examples that I see that you're doing is when you're working with Paralympians, right? It's for whatever reason they became disabled, and then what does it take a person to, instead of become a victim of what had happened, which is a tragedy, into somebody who is not only just getting by, but becoming a Paralympian, somebody who is actually competing and is fit and has this very positive outlook on life. Because guys, I would say it's probably impossible to achieve anything if you have a negative outlook. So you really have to be strong inside to be able to overcome all of those challenges, and specifically the ones you're talking about, physical challenges, and become somebody who is actually doing something in the world, something good. And what really Sofia is, she's a high performance coach, because she will make you a high performer, because it's only the high performers who can achieve that. It's a different mindset. It's a different way that people look at themselves emotionally, right? This is why they need healing. This is why Sofia often works with, a lot of traumas, deep childhood issues. It's not just, it didn't happen today. It started very early on. And Sofia can diagnose and recognize and solve that underlying issue. So then if you have any addictions or have any kind of symptoms, chronic disease, maybe lack of motivation or energy, it's all changes because of that, you see. And as I know you working with your clients, it looks like a miracle on the other side, right? There's so many examples of you addressing emotional issue and people just like blossom. It's beautiful. So what is your biggest message to your audience?
Biggest message to my audience. Of course, they will see it through cases of clients when they read the book. And my biggest message to the audience is like not to ignore the body symptoms, because our physical symptoms are always an indication of the misalignment that we have between our mind, our thoughts, and our heart, our desires. And when those two are misaligned, sooner or later will demonstrate as a pain, as a stress, as a disease, as a symptom to our physical awareness. And that may be too late, I hope not, but sooner or later will demonstrate on a physical level. And whenever we have a challenge physically, it's always because there is no congruency between our mind and our heart fitness or performance, let's say, as I explained in the book. And it's very important to really get aware and grasp this message, because it is always, as we said before, a three-level collaboration, let's say, the triad system. But it always, when there is a challenge, it will always be demonstrated in our heart. So our emotions will start being triggering or giving us messages, but we are not very educated or used to get aware or grasp the information that it gives us. We're rather used to neglect that part. Then the next stage of the trigger will be on our mind. So our thoughts will start being very different, and maybe disappointing or depressive or down or whatever we're used to, the pattern that we're used to work on. But still, we will neglect that and put it aside and try to be very positive and do this positive work that we're used to do nowadays in the late years. And then when we also don't get that lesson from that mind voice, the next stage and the last stage will be our physical, our body symptoms. And this is where we are usually educated from our society or the medical world, like to stop. This is like where we're really not gonna go to work maybe because, you know, I'm physically ill or have pain, so I cannot function, I cannot do what I'm used to do or work or perform. And it can be much, much easier than that. But anyways, my conclusion is that to my audience is that when we have a physical symptom, it's always a misalignment where we don't listen our mind and our heart. And we don't do the work to align together. We do something actually against ourselves and also against the other people around us.
I love it. I love it. Yes. And I think what you said is very important, that typically people come to realize that they actually have to look at themselves in this beautiful trinity of body, heart, and mind too late. Right? It's too late. When they're coming to it, they already have symptoms, they're already stressed out, they already can't sleep. And what you're doing with your book is you're really educating them on how do you prevent that? How do you, when you, especially if you are a high performer and you're looking to achieve great things in your life, if you're looking to, I call it the gift yourself to the world, to serve the people, you need to take care of yourself. And this is how you have to obviously read the book, guys. So, Sofia, where can people get in touch with you and get the book?
Everyone who's interested can get in touch with me through my website, drsofiabeloka.com, or through Facebook and Instagram, again, Dr. Sofia Beloka. And the book is available through Amazon.
Fantastic, fantastic. And I would encourage you guys, obviously, to get in touch with Sofia here on Facebook, on LinkedIn, or even, you know, through her website, sofiabeloka.com, right? And there is a really good diagnosis test that you can take that I've taken. And I was just amazed that not only you get to be diagnosed, like you can see where you are at in your journey, how balanced you really are, but I already picked up tips, like even just doing the diagnostics, I already understood what is it that I can change. So I want to say that whatever Sofia does, wherever she puts herself, applies herself, her scientific mind, her real love for people shows through. So you will get value just from going through her posts, looking at her whatever else that she's doing out there. And of course, book is on Amazon, guys, so get it as soon as possible. All right, lots of love, guys. Thank you so much for this interview.
Thank you so much. I wait for you to do your test on my website page. And also, if you wish, grab the challenge and the chance to have a 15 minutes consultation with me through a booking system that there is available for you. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful to see you and to spread with you and discuss my book around the globe. Thank you so much, Lira. Thank you, dear.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.